All right, so these are the Nike SB Ishod Wair skate shoes, and today I'm just gonna give you guys some major pros and cons that I really found when skating these. And I've been skating them for about a month now. I started skating them January 20th, and now it's February 15th, so almost about a month now. And yeah, I'm just gonna tell you guys what I really liked and really didn't like about these shoes. Seems like a lot of people have been like asking me about these shoes, mainly because they like just came out probably about like a month and a half or 2 months ago. But yeah, they're pretty new. So firstly, just to start off with some things I did like about the shoes, they do have pretty thick soles, and they're really solid. And even though they do have solid soles, it doesn't really interfere with the board feel. So you can feel the board a lot when you're doing your flip tricks and just flat ground tricks in general. But when it comes to drops and stairs, it does take impact pretty well. So your feet doesn't like end up hurting and stuff like that. Also, they do have pretty cool insoles. You can take them out. They're not like super thick, but just to give you guys a reference, that's what they look like. And they did pretty well for the past month I've been skating them. Second thing, and I really kind of like just recently found out about this, you can have an option to put your shoelaces on the exterior of the shoe or the inside of the shoe. So they have loopholes on the inside of the shoe so that you can lace your shoelaces on the inside of the shoe. And like obviously it's made to like make your shoelaces last longer, so that if you put them on, because typically when you put them on the outside of the shoe, they tend to rip a lot faster. So I guess this was just their way of making your shoelaces last longer. And I guess this is a good thing because they only give you one pair of shoelaces, which is kind of like a con, like a disadvantage, just because they are like $100. I guess it evens out the fact that you can put the shoelaces on the inside of the shoe, but at the same time they only give you one pair of shoelaces. And then I guess the last thing that I wanted to tell you guys that I really did like about the shoe, these shoes have like really neat air holes. You can kind of see it when I put them up against my jacket. My jacket is white, so you can see like through the shoe. But yeah, it's like on the inside there's these air holes. They kind of make the shoe a lot more breathable if you're skating in hot temperatures. I don't know why they decided to launch this shoe during the winter time, just due to the fact that they had these loopholes. I think this shoe is more fit for the summer, spring time period, just because they do have loopholes, and it would be made for like hotter temperatures, for when your feet actually get hot and like sweaty and stuff like that. But the fact that they do include them, I think that is pretty cool. And if your feet get cold, I guess you can obviously just wear another pair of socks and just wear them like that. In the beginning of my sessions, when I first started skating them, it did take me a little while to warm up just at the start of the session, just because my feet would be cold just because of these air holes. So it does take me a little longer for me to warm up before I actually start my session. And that kind of leads me to the cons. These air holes are like a pro and a con, just because they're good for hot temperatures, but not really in the winter, the time period that they actually launched them. So I had to change my gloves real quick just because it's so cold out here. When the laces are on the exterior lace holes, the laces tend to rip a lot faster than when they're on the interior. And the only time the laces rip when they're on the interior loopholes is when you loop them on this area. So when you're doing your like ollies and like you're scraping your this part of your foot on the grip tape of the board, they rip like super fast. Like they didn't even last me like, I don't even think like a week before I ripped my first lace. If I ever get these again, I'm probably gonna get some like unbreakable shoelaces from that one guy. Another thing is that when I first started skating these, they did take a long time to break in. Like I thought I broke them in like the first day, but after skating them for like probably like a week, I started to realize that they started to feel like a lot more comfortable, a lot more loose, and just a lot more flexible in terms of like me doing tons of flip tricks, stuff like that. Yeah, so they did become a lot more comfortable after like the first week of me skating them. So they did take a little longer than usual. Usually my skate shoes, I'll break them in probably like the first, second day of me skating them, but this, for some reason it took me quite a while. Sometimes you might need a half size up or a half size down, just depending on how the shoe is cut. But I think just for me, I would definitely need like a half size up, just so that when I'm in that process of me breaking them in, the process can be a lot faster. I did have to put some shoe glue on them, probably like second, third week of me skating them. But yeah, they did end up holding me about a month, so let's take a look at the shoes. And by the way, I am regular, so this was my switch shoe first. And now this is going to be the shoe that I usually flick with, my left shoe. Let me know if there's anything I missed during this video. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys later. I'm out.